So this is going to be a video about Carb Cheater. I did connect to Bluetooth on the phone, on the actual tablet, and now you go to the app, and we'll allow do location. Connect. Okay. Alright, I'm entering my product key. Alright. And whatever. Alright, so this is your setup right here. You have to long click this, right? And then you see it says set. Alright, I'm gonna do 13. What's the point? 0.3 and cruising 13 point. Where we're at 0.3. We have a 6-cylinder car. Our RPM is going to be 7,000, and so with all these, you actually have to hold this. Saved. 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 Okay. This is that 2-step right here. We'll keep it at 3,000. We'll save that. And it'll ask you to do this. We'll enable it. And you can test your relay. Actually here. Okay. And don't believe I'm doing any of this stuff. And we'll do Carb Cheaters relays, and let's save this. Enable, and we'll save the RPM. Okay. Everything else should be good. So we'll hit return to menu. And the auto tune is on. So let's go ahead and start the car up. And I can show you guys what it looks like with a fairly big screen. So we just started data logging. So you can see we're not tuned very well. We're really rich. We're a little lean right now, but normally we're rich. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Doesn't even want to run. See, it doesn't even want to run. So this is going to be a data log of it, you know, almost stalling out and stuff. Okay. This is the data log right here. Go ahead, turn off this fuel pump. Now this data log is going to show your RPM in black, and your blue is your vacuum. And you can see where it almost died on me twice, right? And then where I revved up, I held it with my foot to try to keep it from dying. You can see the air fuel ratio gauge is in red. So we are really rich. We're just riding on this rich right here. And I assume there's just not enough for the carb cheater to make up for it. I did rebuild this carburetor with actually smaller jets, and now it's rich. So it's a little confusing to me, but we'll go ahead and do that. Continue to tune this carburetor. But I wanted to do a video of basically initial startup and just immediately just start and running the car. You know, and you can see that I can get it to lean out, and then it'll rich back up whenever I throttle it because of the way that my carburetor is tuned. So I know if my carb's tuned like this and it can't get it back up to where we want it to be, I need to lean out my carburetor and actually use that to keep it running. See, I have spikes of lean and then leaned out. So that's our normal vacuum. You can see some trends going on, but once we actually get our air fuel ratio gauge right here, we can start diving deeper and deeper into each section of this graph and to look at what's happening. You can have the seconds right here, and then right here is your mile per hour, which is this blue line. Since we didn't move at all, it's going to be 0. And then also you see a 15 air fuel ratio, 14 and 13 air fuel ratio right there. And this is your RPM reading right here. You can see it reads that we got all the way up to like 4,500 RPM on that. So that's the carb tuning part, the data logging part right there. And I can show you guys, maybe I can lean out the carburetor a little bit, and we'll see.